There's a house at the end of Hollowridge Lane that everyone avoids. Overgrown hedges, boarded windows, and a stillness that feels too deliberate. They said the house was empty. They were wrong. I've always been drawn to forgotten places, abandoned homes, with secrets buried in the walls. So when I inherited the Hollowridge house from an uncle I never knew, I didn't hesitate. I packed my camera and clothes and left the city behind. No research, no questions. It was just a house, just a dusty old house, with a front door that unlocked itself. The first night was brutal, freezing cold. The boiler didn't work. I wrapped myself in coats and curled up on the floor, still shivering, still awake. At 3:13 a.m., I heard something move upstairs, something heavy, dragging. I was alone. I knew I was alone, but I was. The next day, I explored the house. Empty rooms, crumbling walls, but one door on the second floor was locked from the inside. That night, right at 3:13 a.m., it opened by itself. No wind, no movement, just the door, swinging wide into blackness. Inside was an attic, dust and silence, and a box labeled in thick black marker, "Do not play." Inside, cassette tapes, just dates, no names. I played the first one. October 3rd, 1984. At first, just static. Then, whispers, whispering things I couldn't understand. One voice stood out. It said, "Don't wake her. She's watching." I set up a camera in the hallway that night. At 3:13, it glitched. Then, for just a moment, a little girl appeared in the frame, pale skin, black eyes, and she was watching the door. The next day, I met a neighbor, an old woman, trembling at the sight of me. When I told her where I was staying, her face went pale. She whispered, "They never told you, did they, about the people who lived there, about the girl they buried in the walls?" I went back to the house. I followed a cold draft behind the wall. I tore it open and found a small, rusted locket covered in dried blood. I opened the locket. Inside was her photo, the black-eyed girl, her smile frozen, her face aged and stained, but unmistakable. Behind the photo was a note written in red ink. "She's not alone anymore." I looked up, down the hallway. I wasn't alone.